What's going on? It's your boy Marcus Q.
And it's your boy AV.
And this is the Map Social TV. We got a special guest in the building. I'm very
Superwoman.
Yeah. I'm Cat Carter. Let's see what we got. I sing, I design, I photography, I empower, like powerhouse. Is that what it is?
Hey, all of that. Just call me Slash.
Yeah, no, look. This woman got so much talent. Smart. Superwoman Records out here doing her thing in Austin. Is gonna be bigger than Austin. Singer. You just a talented person.
I like the Superwoman the records thing because when I was reading about it, it looked like correct me if I'm right or wrong.
Correct.
Don't correct me, but just correct me if I'm right. Let me know. It looks like a platform where it's kind of like community fan base driven, and they kind of get to vote on who doing what. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes. So we are a nonprofit record label. So that's why we leave it to the community to vote on the artists that are part of the cohort. So we've only done this one time. We launched at the top of 2024, top of this year, and we opened up voting to the community. So the community voted on the 3 artists that were a part of our first cohort.
How long have you had Superwoman Records?
It will be a year, South by Southwest 2025.
And only a year?
Yeah.
You've accomplished a lot. The website looks great. I guess when you were starting out, what is something that was been a challenge like that really kind of, made it a little difficult?
I wouldn't call this a challenge. I would say because it's the first year, because that's one thing that I've stayed at the forefront of my mind. Like, this is our first year. This is our first cohort. So let's be flexible. Let's take every pivot and turn as it comes, because we want this to kind of, nobody's ever had a nonprofit record label. It really surprises people when I say it. So I'm like, what is it really? Let's come up with a curriculum and an outline, and let's let it mold itself. So I would say the curveballs have been 3 different artists, their own commitment to the process, their own idea of what the process is, their own trajectory for their career, and us aiding them the way that we can. So different things have happened, and it's been awesome. Everything that I set forth for us to do, we did. They participated. I gave them stipends, all the ancillary products they needed to stay relevant and market themselves. But like I said, it's just 3 different experiences, and just learning, coming from, because I'm an artist myself, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, I keep hitting them. So I'm an artist myself. So for me, it was always I know what I deserve as an artist. I know how good I am. I know what it's like being an artist in Austin, where we don't have an industry. So I want to give everything that I've learned, everything that I feel like I deserve, to artists that I feel like that are deserving as well.
Gotcha.
So yeah. And so you find out some artists are just self-driven. Some need a little bit of hand holding. Some just don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Superwoman Records is to empower and help women on the record label, right? So, okay, can you give me the 3 artists that that's currently, you said you started with the first 3 artists. What's their names?
Yes, our pilot program, I would call it, right?
Program, okay. Yeah, programs over there.
And these ladies, thank you for taking a chance on Superwoman Records. But Geo is her artist name, Kiara Kyles, and Shakita B. And Geo and Kiara are singers, and Shakita B is a rapper.
Did they all come to you, or were they around before Superwoman Records?
Yeah.
You were just yo, this is what we doing?
No, so I had worked with Geo and Chiquita. Chiquita is a very prominent rapper in Austin. She's very well known. And we had done songs together. She has a festival, Kinky Curly Coily Fest. I performed at her festival before. Okay. So we were colleagues.
I think I saw that Kinky
It
Curly.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, we were colleagues. We worked together. Geo, she's from Killeen, but she's been in Austin for a while now. And Geo had worked with me on, I have a niche party that I throw. It's a sex positive party. And Geo, she performed at those parties. So we linked on that. And then the youngest artist, she's 19. Well, she's 20 now. She was 19. She's part of the cohort. Kiara is from the Pflugerville, Austin area, but she was in school in Nashville. So she's about to graduate. So she was back and forth doing the cohort for the first year. So she's the only one that I did not know.
What inspired you to even do this? I know you have a rich background music, but what made you feel I want to have a label and I want to focus on other artists?
The Superwoman idea started from myself, right? And so it was going to be a rollout for myself. So what happened was, I got pregnant.
Okay.
And I'm like I'm not that young, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't planning on having kids or anything like that. So when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, all right, it's time to get very serious about all these things we were doing. Like I got to bring my baby into something that's going to be foundational. And so just like any other rollout that I had planned for myself, I had like a theme, and it was going to be Superwoman. It was going to be like, oh, now I got a baby, so now I'm definitely a Superwoman. You know what I'm saying? It was rollout with apparel, all this kind of stuff. And I was, not only was I just finding out I was having a baby, prior to that, I had come off of dealing with like different people in the industry and just having like tumultuous situations. And then hearing from my peers, women peers, what they were going through. I would vent to my friends, and one of my friends was like, you got to do something with this. And I was like, well, I'm not a producer. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that I'm good at are like the branding and the visuals and stuff like that. And so I just kind of mulled over for a while I was pregnant. Then I came up with the idea. I was like, instead of Superwoman being just for me, it can be for women. And so, I mean, it went through phases of it just being a collective or like a, you know what I'm saying? Like Superwoman, add the word basically. And then I just thought to myself, it would be super dope if it was a record label. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, no record label is doing anything for free. You know what I'm saying?
When I looked into it, what I liked about it, first of all, kudos to you. Like it's a big deal to me because the nonprofit thing was genius.
Yep.
And then when I was reading about it, it almost struck me as like it's like an academy almost. Like you're making sure they got the image, they learn how to record, they working on the whole process
Yeah.
of the music and the artistry. And when I was reading this, it like you check those boxes and do you walk them through that, like almost like a program and like assisting them along the way on how to be a whole artist.
So the first cohort, the way that we did it is we gave them like different workshops that they would do to obtain their photo shoots and their music videos and their content creation classes. Like we did all these things, and during those experiences, that's where they would get the tips and the curriculum. This next year, we're going to change it up a little bit, and it's going to be more competition based, because that's one thing that I did take away from the first cohort. People need incentive throughout the entire thing. Like last year, I gave them $1,000 stipend each, and then they got everything else for free. But that didn't really keep everybody motivated. You know what I'm saying? You get once you get that $1,000, it's gone, and that's not a lot of money anyways. But this year. This year we have a lot more money to play with, and so we're going to give each artist up to $5,000. So the way that we're going to do it is each month they get 2 opportunities to place and win this money that will equal up to $5,000. So they'll get a challenge, and it's only 3 of them. It's only going to be 3 places, so you will get money twice a month, each month. It just depends on where you place, and so it'll be basically like do a genre flip. Like it'll be different pieces of content that you have to create, and then you put it out to the community, and they vote on who places, and then that's who will get like the top prize, second, third.
Is this all for women? All women? Only women artists?
Black women artists.
Black women artists. Like not just not any women. Black.
What
Yeah.
type of accessibility, as a founder, somebody that's got some experience, I'm assuming, how many years experience you got in music?
A long time.
And born and all that great stuff. Right?
Yeah.
What type of accessibility do the artists that you do choose have to you for you to coach them, and like if they want to reach out to you, do they have accessibility to you like
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Or is there a process? Do you have a huge team? Or?
Before you answer that, we're gonna continue. This is killing me.
I know,
I'm
right? Okay.
All right, but I'm glad I stopped you right there because we can do that. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, like I have a open door policy, obviously. The first cohort, I did most of the correspondence. This next time go around, I have an assistant. I have a little bit of a staff now. So I'm gonna have somebody that will actually manage the cohort, so that I can focus on building community around the project and being more of like a thought leader for the whole umbrella. But yeah, definitely open. I'm the nice guy. So, I have someone that's going to be like my warden, as you would say, you know what I'm saying? So that I can kind of keep, being, cheerful and being like, able to focus on, right.
Before I just want one thing that I want to like focus on a little bit. Besides like all the great things you're doing, I think a lot of people don't really understand how hard it is to find information. One thing that drew me to like really like, hey, I need to link up with you,
Mm-hmm.
is how you've been able to your research and the things you've been able to do, like getting grants and stuff like that. How was that process for you? And like, just are you shocked at the results of that? Like, could you give us the numbers and what how you were able to put it together?
So from the end of 2023, so September is the time that you find out about the Thrive and the Elevate grant that I got. So September 2023 to September 2024, I've gotten about almost $500,000, 480,000 something.
And that's the Thrive. And
this is a couple of grants, so I'll go through them.
Yeah.
So at the very top, before Superwoman Records was incorporated, 501c3, anything, it was just an idea. Well, it was ready to go. I was like, we're gonna launch this if we get this grant. You know, so it was already ready to go. I had got 17,500 that first time, and from that was Elevate. So that is the cultural economic department.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's like an Austin-based type grant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you a question because I don't think a lot of people know this information.
For sure.
And I'm hoping they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Kat Carter because she can probably help me.
Yeah. No, and the one thing about me is like, and I know everybody says it, but like, yes, I like being able to say, oh, we sourced all this money, I did all these things, but like my true joy comes from knowing that I was a part of someone else doing something. Like, I know that's weird, but I love to be like, dang, they did that, and I gave them the seed.
I was just having a conversation with somebody about this. It's like, it's your work. You're looking at your work. Your life's work. When I was a trainer, that's what we were talking about. When I was a trainer,
that makes sense.
I was like obsessed with like getting fit. But then the first client, when I saw that I helped them, it felt way different.
Yep.
I
Yep.
I did that.
Yep.
So it's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your work.
Right.
It don't come to life until you actually see it happen. Especially when you help somebody else.
Yeah.
I definitely can resonate.
I mean, that information is just powerful.
Yeah,
and so yeah.
I know. No, you want to interrupt me.
So
you just said, yeah, when I was a trainer.
And I'll text you the exact names of these things so that when you could put it right here or whatever you want to do so people see it. But Elevate was what I got the 17,500 for, and that was as an individual. So the Elevate and the Thrive grants, you either apply as an individual or a nonprofit or a business, and then there's like live music grants. There's other little grants that you can get. And so I applied as an individual because I hadn't even incorporated yet. And so then we did the whole first cohort, everything you can go to Superwoman Records Instagram and see from beginning to today off of 17,500. And then donations we got along the way from people, money out of my own pocket, obviously.
How did you go about raising those donations?
I sourced sponsorships. Mainly people came to us because that was one thing that I was like, I'm gonna do more of this next year. It's like putting out there like, hey, do you want to sponsor? Do you want to donate? Like every time I did it, and I did it maybe twice, people donated.
Out of the 480 that you raised to do this, amazing, like, how much do you have an estimate of how much of that was sponsorships and donations?
About 50,000.
I know.
It's fine. I'm an open book because I want others to do the same.
How do you come across finding that information? Like those grants, was it like somebody came to you, or you saw something? Like, where did you find that?
So I'm from Austin, and okay. So I think the question or the answer to what because people ask me this a lot. You cannot accept a no, right? You have to be very, very curious. And you just have to keep digging for stuff. Like, we all know that economics is how our city works. You know what I'm saying? And like the city has to give a certain amount of funds to artists, or I mean, some cities don't, but most cities give a certain amount of money to arts and culture. Go and find out what they're doing with those dollars. Figure out where those dollars are. Who are they allocating them to? They have to put out a list of who's getting the funding. I know everybody that's gotten the funding with me, before me, you know what I'm saying? I look at all of that because I'm like, yeah, I'm doing the research. I'm figuring out like, what is their organization? Why did they get it? Why have they gotten it so many times? A lot of people are getting it over and over again. So, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is be curious. Because I can send you the link all day, and then if you're not a curious person, if you're not a hardworking person, you're gonna click the link and you're gonna be stopped at something. You're gonna be stopped at the first question because it gets hard. You know what I'm saying? But
this is informative because you know how many times I look at grants and then you hit a wall.
Yep.
Right? You like,
and that's it.
Yeah.
Nope.
What I'm about to say though, so you had music grants, but outside of the music based or artistry grants, did you hit any walls with you trying to raise grants for it being music? You know what I mean? Like since it's a music label, did they really push back? Like, nah, we're not gonna support that because it's for music.
No. I only had 2 grants that I did not get that I applied for. I applied, the Grammy board had a grant and it was like a research grant. And I don't know why I didn't get it. And then Pharrell had a grant. I think I sent you that Ambition grant. Pharrell has a grant for $100,000. I didn't get that. And I think that's because it's more for-profit businesses. But no, honestly, everything else has been super positive. Another grant I got was for $70,000. And so there's this big project that they're working on 35. It's called Caps and Stitches. I came across that from a friend of mine. She has a company. It's called NetDo. And she basically created a ChatGPT just for grants. Yeah, just I sent you NetDo ATX. Yeah. And so she has a community of like 600 people that she'll like feed grants to and stuff like that. And so after I met her, I just went to her website and I saw that grant and I wasn't even going to apply for it because I didn't think it applied to me. So basically they're redoing 35. 35 is going to go under and they're going to put like these parks over it. It's a 40-year project. And in 10 years, the first cap, which are called Caps and Stitches, where these event spaces, these little parks will be along the corridor. And I'll show y'all a picture of it so you can see it. But basically they want a artist in residence to like bring awareness to the project and create some type of art form around the project. So I didn't think that I applied because I'm thinking they're looking for muralists and stuff like that. Right. And so I went to a NetDo event at Soho House. It was an artist talk at her event. And I was there and one of the people from the grant, because remember I got the grant through her, they were there and they were like, "Are you Kat?" And I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "The grant didn't fit like what you were doing, but everybody was like, we want Kat." I know. I was like, yeah. So I really feel that I feel like it just speaks to do it all. Put your name in the hat. You know what I'm saying? It's a numbers game. You don't know what people are looking for. You don't know like how you inspire people and they'll restructure the whole shit for you. You know what I'm saying? So I just think you can't have a no. You can't. And when I meet people, like you were asking me like, what made you like even respond and be like, "Oh, let's meet up. I'll give you the information." Because we didn't know each other. You know what I'm saying? I am looking for people that want to build. I'm looking for genuine artists, people that are addicted to creativity, because people come to our shit and try to take advantage of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know like people are just like looking for love and all this kind of stuff, but people, they mix up what we're trying to do over there.
You said people will try to come to your shit and take advantage of you. Elaborate on what you mean by that.
I mean, to be very blunt, like, you know, we all see what we're going through with Diddy and all these different, you know what I'm saying? Like these talentless people that come to a culture and they feed off the artists. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like for me, like I was saying, I'm seeking people that genuinely want to be here for the art. They're not looking to just come up and, you know, and yeah, we have to eat. We have to make money. But like, are you genuinely here for the art? You know, so, and I just feel a sense of having to guard that.
I like that you making a space for Black women in music. Will your label employ men?
Yes.
So, okay, I was just curious about that because I mean, it sounds like you know what you're doing. You're checking a lot of boxes. It's gonna grow. You know
that's
what
why I told you. I always said, I was like, you know what you got here. You know what you got. So you're gonna have to.
The artists on the label will always be women, but videographers, photographers, A&Rs, like, you know, people that we work with, we're gonna source women first of any color, and then we'll open up to men, obviously.
I'll be straight. We keep it open and honest when we up in here.
Yeah,
I think there's a time and a place for everything, and we've talked about this. I'm speaking honestly. I think what you're doing is needed for what you're doing it for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I would try to give you pushback and debate you on certain things if I didn't agree. I would. but
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I think it's very hard for people in music in general, but black women in music, I can only imagine.
It's that
you know what I mean?
guidance, the guidance, and
Yeah.
not to cut you.
No,
'cause,
no, for real.
you've seen our content, and we talk about entertainment, but we also talk about relationships. We talk, and we get like what you said, kind of I'll say triggered me in a good way.
Yeah.
But when I reached out to you, while I was kind of like really excited about it because I was like, I'm not trying to holler at you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll meet some people within the industry, and men or women, whatever
Oh my
the industry
God.
was, a whole bunch
The-
of attractive
what
people.
me and him got to deal with?
Oh,
I know
stop.
there's a time and a place for everything.
The stories
We
got.
interview so many chicks. I ain't hollered at a single one that we
Me-
interviewed.
And they be
Ah,
on
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
When
body.
my business brain is on,
Listen,
I don't play games like that. And I've
Yeah.
gotten so many smart remarks. Somebody think I'm trying to holler at
people
them.
people we know, people we close
Yeah,
to.
lost friends.
Well, yeah, and it's like, look, that's not what's going on. Okay, somebody might be attracted to whatever.
Yeah.
That's human nature.
We've gotten pushback for being too. We gotten pushback. I'm saying this straight up because I'm
To be-
tired of. We've gotten pushback. We've gotten pushback from our own women. Our own women. When I say like black
Our
women,
color,
for being too
black women.
nice to other women.
Yeah.
So I was like, you want us to be rude to them?
No, let me add the sauce on it. And then when we explain and we not check them, like that's not what it is. You overthinking it, and then they kind of get rude when you're like, okay, see, this is not what we're gonna do. Then it's like, oh, you being zesty.
He triggered. He
You
going
you
to-
you being
he
sassy.
going to a real life moment.
So is this wait, is this when you guys are working, doing your street interviews or
Street
Let me
interviews
tell
for
you.
sure.
So we go
let's
out.
talk to him.
First of all, you need men and women for different things.
Definitely,
Women are like one of the biggest consumers of content,
for sure.
and men consume content more when you're talking to women. They just do. They like to see women be catty, argue, or they
It's
just,
analytics.
women love to look at beautiful women. Men like to look at beautiful women.
Yep.
We test shit out. We've tried to interview a bunch of dudes. Most niggas be like, "Why the fuck you talking to me?"
Exactly.
Especially when you doing it raw, just on the street like that, walking up to them. Women tend to be more open and polite, and they want to talk more.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, this is working. We getting better feedback on this. So what happens is we'll show other people the videos or people that know us that was
We'll watch
consuming
the
our
videos.
content.
Mhm.
We ask for feedback, and I don't like that you call every girl love or sweetheart.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't
yeah,
like. These
just
are chicks we not even with.
nitpicky.
You have to understand that there's a persona and then there's a
Right.
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 then-
Or we don't like they be standing too close to you. I'm like, I'm interviewing them.
Now I gotta go watch the street interview.
Yeah. Now we was just about man, cancel that.
This
tired
ain't
of
about us.
I'm
I
being
just think
abused.
it's interesting. I'm a very creative person. I cut that off.
Oh.
I cut it. I produce. I've written music for R&B artists. I do my thing in the studio. He could tell you. I stopped doing that because I got so much pushback on just trying to be in that space from my fam and like friends. I went to that corporate America shit and was miserable. Met him. I'm like, I'm not finna rap, nigga. I'm almost 40. I got back in. I was like, you're not finna make a fool of me.
Yeah,
I got back in the booth.
soon. Because
I got back in the booth and I was like, I can't believe I stopped doing music.
Yeah.
I go way too hard. I want to listen to my
Oh.
shit. If you don't want to listen
If
to
you
my
were-
shit,
when you-
my
the
shit's
first-
good.
Listen, the first time he came, this is when I first moved. I just got to Austin. I was probably here like a month or two. Sat on my suit. I was like, yeah, come through. This dude, you sound like a kid in a candy store.
Oh yeah.
He was in the booth. He was like, run it back.
How naturally therapeutic is music, though.
It is, 100%.
When I use when I use my time for music, I have zero regrets.
Yep.
Even if I don't make $1.
Yep.
If I make money, that's just even better. And it stops me from doing some stupid shit I would have been doing.
Yep.
The
Yep.
studio I'm like, I can't believe I let this out of my life. The reason I brought this up is because I feel like women, being around him, I'm being around women and men that's in the creative space. That's the only people I feel like that do be getting it.
Yeah.
They don't judge you for it, and they get it because it's work. You know what I'm saying? It's a
True.
big deal.
One thing I'm gonna add to it, what you said about like that whole space and like how we like I messaged you and you were like, yeah, let's link up. All of that is like in the back of my mind. That's all in my spirit in the sense of like, finally somebody can see I'm being genuine and they genuinely wanna like, yo, oh yeah, what you said, you want to build.
Right.
People want to build, and it's unfortunate. I think that's what holds us back in our community a lot. We let, like you said, other people control the narrative, movies, TVs, all this other stuff. And it don't gotta be like that. We could get so much more done if we collaborate. and
Kat,
not-
thank you for protecting black men. See, we out here hurting.
Yeah, we heard him.
Hey, we're not trying to
Therapy,
holler at
remember?
you. We're just trying to network. We're just trying to network. We're trying to network. Have you dealt with that a lot, honestly?
Oh yeah.
How do you deal with it? Like, okay,
Yeah,
how do you
how do
deal
you-
with it when you see somebody not keeping it on the network? Do you shut it down and be like, look?
I shut it down immediately.
How do you
Now,
do that
because of
professionally?
like, I mean, there's no professional way to do it because you've already taken out of the professional realm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I can't help it. I'm fine. I can't help it that sexy is. I can't help it that sexy is the way I'm gonna present this thing. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You get bad feedback when you do that, like when you're upfront, like, look, this is what it is.
Yeah.
No, I think men are like they're just shooting their shot for numbers. I don't think they take it hard or anything like that. Because I mean, it's people that I've like blocked. You know what I'm saying? And they still just be like, hey, I'm sorry. Like,
It's so funny you say that because when we always talk about with the situation reverse, some be like, let me reject somebody. Like, nah, I'm good. Let me reject a woman. Oh, I'm the scum of the earth.
well, see, women aren't used to rejection.
Can I ask you a question? See, I knew we was going to end up talking about shit like
Like,
this.
I'm segueing. I'm throwing
listen.
the alley-oop. You better get on that.
How quick? Because I think you've been open and honest so far. How quick do you feel like a woman will reject a dude and not even realizing she just rejected him just to reject him? And
Yeah.
could have been she might have even thought he was attractive or interested, but she was just I'm just gonna reject him because I'm rejecting niggas today.
Right.
How common is that?
It's very common. I think you reject first.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
What,
this
to
is
see if he gonna try again and make a
No,
work?
you just reject.
It's
I
a-
mean,
initially,
you got to
that's
think
what
about.
the brain is. I'm
So you got to
rejecting.
think about it like this. I think that's where like the imbalance becomes because like women, first of all, we are born told like what you got is special, which it is.
Telling the truth.
I told you.
You want a distribution deal?
You're born on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying?
You about to
So
get canceled, girl.
You better, yeah. You better watch your words.
we are. We're born on a pedestal. So it's like all.
That's not your fault either.
That's what I'm saying.
They just gotta understand how it works.
You put it
Let
on
her
a pedestal.
finish.
You know what?
Let her finish.
I ain't saying nothing.
Okay, I lost my point.
You were saying that what people gotta understand is that when y'all from birth, y'all treated a
All right,
certain way.
come on.
Right. So when okay, so dicks have been thrown at us from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So we've been having to reject. We've been having to do that. So it just comes a time where it's like, I'm up here, if it ain't spiking my interest out the gate, which is usually something that is of security for women, then it's a no. And that's you. And it's like, we only looking for one love of our lives. So yes, everyone is going to get a no. You know what I'm saying? Like rejection is the first thing that we're going to lead with because we're only looking for one. Y'all are looking for as many as possible because y'all are used to the numbers game, like the getting shot down more. You know what I'm saying? Like it.
Okay,
I mean,
I see what
I
you're
studied
saying.
and I research a lot of shit, and I bet you didn't know this. Did you know naturally, because of the way women are brought up and their instinct, they read a room way better than a man ever would?
Of course.
So when they enter a room, they done already scanned
Who they gonna
feelings,
talk to,
emotions, especially with the women. Like,
Yeah.
stay away from this bitch.
Yeah.
They do it quick, bro.
Mhm.
We kind of just be like, do.
I know. How
We
you
do
doing?
when it comes to shit like that. Y'all do that well.
Yeah.
A woman be knowing what's happening and what's up immediately.
Well, and I'm glad you're here for this because this is what we're trying to tell people. Like, they see two guys sometimes on a platform like a YouTube or whatever, and they just think, oh, we women bash. I'm like, we giving y'all props, and they won't listen to us saying it. We need a fine, beautiful woman to come on here and be like, we good, we all good.
Right. No, I think it would be good for y'all to have a counterpart. Because like I said, when I listened to y'all, I was like, y'all are smart. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all aren't, it's not just like dumb nigga shit. Like y'all have taken a stance and y'all have great.
Yeah, when I took Antonio under my wing and I taught him everything, I just didn't think we would make it this far, bro.
Look at him now. Look at him now.
You done?
I just wanted to throw that.
Yeah.
We are proud of you.
I got a lot of questions for you still. This is fun.
Okay, great.
You sing
Yes.
R&B.
Uh-huh.
Are you limited?
To like genre?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
you just do a little bit of everything?
I have a very like soulful voice. So I wouldn't say I'm limited, but like I kind of I think that's where I shine.
Okay.
best.
Okay.
Good answer.
Inspiration. What artists inspire you? It could be
Whitney Houston, Jasmine Sullivan,
go.
I can see
Ari
that Jasmine Sullivan
Lennox.
for sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
She named a lot of my favorite ones too. I really like Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah, she's so underrated. I feel like.
Please, can I ask you something? Can Mariah Carey sing? Just tell the
Yeah,
truth.
tell the truth.
Why you trying to do me
You ain't
like this?
doing
Now
it.
this shit gonna get me canceled.
All right, fine. I'll keep it safe. One gotta go. Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston.
Yeah, we can get Mariah here. We can
She-
get out of here.
she-
She
Yeah.
barely made it.
I mean, who's gonna disagree
You
with
said
that?
it. She barely made it.
Cause I feel like I don't know, and I'm coming to find out like I might just be too judgy.
Ooh. Oh my bad. Go ahead. I had too much fun with this shit.
I might be
Go
too
ahead.
harsh. So I don't know.
So okay. We talked about Beyonce the other day.
Yeah, we did talk about
Her
Beyonce.
halftime performance. Did
How'd
you
you
like
feel
that?
about that?
I thought it was great.
You think she's a great artist? You from H-Town too, right?
No, I'm from
Oh, she
Austin.
from
I
Austin.
was
Yeah,
born
okay,
in
yeah.
Port Arthur, Texas, but I grew up
Okay,
in
yeah,
Austin.
not far from
Yeah,
Houston.
yeah, right.
Do
Yeah, what do you
what
feel
do
about
think of the
Beyonce?
whole-
You feel like
I feel like okay, so her performance, I thought it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like she's doing something. You know what I'm saying? It's more than like, oh, I'm trying to make the best halftime show. Like I think she's past that. I think it's more of like, I'm gonna come over here and get this country money. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
That's
gonna get
what I said,
Netflix
yeah.
to give me a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this game and show y'all how it's done. So I think it's very strategic. And then Beyonce as an artist, yeah. I mean, I think people have to be contrarians. You know what I'm saying? Like our society would not exist if somebody was like, oh, well, she ain't perfect.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But she damn near perfect. She has a great instrument. She can sing really, really, really well. Like I don't know why people try to debate that. I don't know what about it they don't like, but she's got crazy range. She's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like
I described her as a safe bet. That's what I describe her as.
I mean,
Like I don't think that she does anything bad. I don't think she sounds terrible. I think fans be fucking it up for a lot of people.
that sounds average.
that's what it.
but-
Say that again.
That sounds average though.
No, like okay,
She's way above average.
Beyonce is like when I go to the casino, right? And I hit it big on the first round. I'm out. I'm not even gonna take no more chances. It's
Yeah.
like I know what I'm gonna get. I feel like she ain't gonna give you nothing bad. She even killed across the board with everything. Did I not describe her like
Yeah,
this?
you did.
I feel like the pretty girl next door. Like, is she ugly? Hell no. Does
Right.
she sound good? Yes. I just try to keep it open and honest about what other people be saying. They just be saying some like, don't nobody sound better than her, or she sound better than Whitney Houston.
Oh, okay.
Or
It's the fans. The
or
fans
she
win.
can't do
Okay.
no wrong. I'm like,
I get what you're saying.
or the performance was the best thing I ever saw. Like, can we be real
Okay.
here? Can we
Okay.
assess
Like,
this for what
yeah.
it is?
Yeah, and I think for me, for a long time, I wasn't a Beyonce stan. I guess because I am a singer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
this is good.
yeah, when you're an artist, you're just like, it's great, but yeah, we could see fireworks. We've had firework moments,
Yeah.
and it's like I get what you're
What do you
saying.
think her strong suit is musically? Or like the whole package? Like what?
Strongest suit?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's her vocal
I
ability.
think so too.
I think it's her vocal ability. I mean, her looks. She bad.
She ain't better than Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, she better than Kelly Rowland.
See,
I
this is that-
disagree.
I mean, I ain't mad about it.
Why I thought you said Carrie Hilson.
I think. Oh, my husband. Oh God, that's his past. Carrie Hilson, his past. She bad. I ain't no
So
hater.
who better, Beyonce or Carrie Hilson? Yeah.
They.
Don't you dare say that it's the same.
No, I was gonna say they're different. I was gonna say they're different, but
That sound like a safe.
they are both better than Kelly Rowland. Y'all. I think what it is that men y'all love an underdog.
No.
And I think y'all like a bad bitch, but y'all don't want y'all bitch too bad. You know what I'm saying? Kelly Rowland is beautiful.
Rihanna, my number one, and that's the most dangerous pick ever.
Her is my
Stupid
number
shit
one.
gonna happen,
Her,
bro.
I'll take her.
Yeah.
I like Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna is. But hers was that for me.
Rihanna?
No, her.
Oh, her.
No, oh yeah, I get it. That was a bit confusing. No, her, the artist.
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
She's one of the only artists that I'm in awe with. Like,
Yeah, that's
he keep
Jasmine
bringing
Sullivan
her
for
up,
me.
Bro, chill.
I don't care.
That's Jasmine Sullivan for me.
I don't know why. I think Jasmine Sullivan's voice. That's
Yeah,
what did it for
vocally.
me.
So Beyonce or Jasmine Sullivan vocally.
Oh, Jasmine Sullivan.
Keep lighting her up about.
I
these
know
female
they're like
artists.
these Beyonce bashing ass fools. We love you, B. I love
They
you.
mad.
Okay, do you think we could ever see groups come back in music like R&B?
Yeah, like male groups.
Female, male,
Both,
groups,
yeah,
period.
yeah.
Do you think we actually see that, or you think that's done?
No, I think a gimmick is a gimmick, and it all will recycle.
Why do you
So-
think it's completely gone right now?
Because it's hard. It's hard doing any. It wasn't easy for us to get this right here today. So listen. And I'm a mom, so I'm getting out of my house.
See, I was in the parking lot at the gym, and when he told me about it, because he
Oh.
did put it on the calendar, the stupid look I gave him, I was like, it got to be somebody's fault. I don't want to
He's
take
like, he a blamer. He's like, I have to blame someone. We went to, oh man, don't get me.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's what you're saying about the group.
Yes. It's just hard. It's the money ain't a lot, so you got to split it so many ways. Everybody wants to be a star. Nobody wants to play their position. It's just hard. It's just not easy.
All right, can I have fun with the group thing?
Yeah.
Jagged Edge 112, Drew Hill.
Yeah, which one?
Which one stays?
Only one can stay.
Only one group can stay.
112, Drew Hill.
I'm gonna have to go with Drew Hill.
They
What
leaving?
you got, AV?
He gotta stay.
They gotta stay.
That's
Oh
yours?
yeah, that was mine. That's Drew Hill. I'm sorry.
I love Drew Hill.
All right, I'm gonna pick Drew Hill too.
It's Drew Hill, then it's 112.
Yeah.
and it's Jagged Edge.
Is this a safe space to talk about R. Kelly and only keep it on music?
Yes. Hey, listen, y'all. We just talking about the motherfucking music. We ain't talking about what he did in his spare time.
Did you tell us how old you were? Or we stand away from that.
I thought, why would you even bring it up?
You.
Fine wine?
I don't care. I'm 44. All right.
Lies and deceit.
TP2 album, right? I'm putting that up against Cisco's first album. Was it Unleash the Dragon?
Yeah.
Now I want you to think about this. I want you to think
Yeah.
about this because I don't think people do. Okay? I'm giving you those two albums. They're going up against each other, right?
Yeah.
We talking about like the love making, the sex songs on there, just the passion of the album. Do you remember the albums?
I remember Cisco's album very well.
Yeah,
And these
That boy was
albums
in
were
China.
close-
I remember TP2, yeah.
They were
Close
close
in release.
in release.
yeah.
Which album do you think defeats the other album as just listening straight through?
Yeah.
And taking away who they are, their
We
their
only talking
catalog.
about the music.
We talking about just the
That's
music.
why I hate when people be fucking.
How much
up
were
the
albums
music.
back then? $16.99. You got $16.99. You only could buy one.
Oh, I'm gonna buy at that time. I'm gonna buy the Cisco album.
Mhm. Why?
I was just more of a Cisco fan. Like I'm a fan of like big voices, and like Cisco he does it for me. So
It was
I
that
would-
yeah. It was that yeah.
Seen him perform?
got me, huh?
You seen him perform before?
No.
I've seen.
You
I've
saw him perform,
I've seen him
didn't
like
you?
4 times.
Really?
I wanted to see him. I never seen him.
Interesting story. Me and my ex-wife, I actually met her at Hooters.
Okay.
She wasn't working there no more. This is when she was out of college. They just walked in. We be chilling at Hooters to watch football. Drew Hill just walked in Hooters, like all 3 of them.
You ain't tell me this.
In
I don't know why I
Austin?
didn't.
Oh, yeah.
In Houston.
Oh,
You-
here's
it's
the.
not-
They walk in. She freaks out. Oh my god! What's the big dude name?
Oh, that
The
big
big
dude.
one.
Yeah, I know you
I forgot
talking.
his
I don't know his
name.
name. Though, I forgot.
I can't remember.
We gonna
but
shout him out sometime.
He goes into the bathroom. She waiting outside the door like this.
Ah!
I'm like, what are you gonna do?
After he done.
I'm like,
What's
what
next?
I was like, first of all, are we together?
I'm like, what about
And I
me?
disappeared. I disappeared. He comes out. This is why I thought it was so dope. He comes out. She's like, please sing me my favorite song from Drew Hill.
Not sing the song.
And he did it
did
right
it?
there in the
Oh,
restaurant
man.
in front of
Did
everybody.
you crumble?
Oh.
I know you
Bro,
evac. He
this
was
is-
like,
I started jamming along. I was like, man.
look in the background.
But no, that happened for real. But
That's
okay.
crazy.
So you saying you picking the Cisco album? Cool.
Alright.
I'll be saving stuff too because I'm gonna use this later.
Oh no.
Cisco. You got a music
ain't
question?
safe.
You got a music question for her?
Yeah. A music question?
Yeah.
So everybody uses this, but I want to hear what you say. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Oh my God. Lord. This is gonna make me judge you based off your answer.
Oh.
Michael or Jackson, Prince, what?
Yeah, I can't pick.
You can't just be throwing shit
For
out there
me,
loosely.
they're different.
Hot seat, pressure's on. What are you asking her though? What are you asking her?
Who would you rather go see, Michael Jackson or Prince?
Who would I rather go see?
Yes, who would you rather?
I would rather
see?
go see Prince.
I think the safest question to break this up that's fair, the best way when you put them two together, the only question that you can ask is fair, is who do you think is a better performer? Performer.
All right, that's good. That's a cool. Yeah, it's not based on just your.
Not they songs,
who do you
the image, none of that. Who do you think is a better? Now think about it now. For you just say something that don't make sense. Who is a better performer?
Speak before you speak.
I'm about to name that segment. That segment.
It just doesn't. You can't compare them.
Stop being scared.
Yeah, come on, just jump in the water.
Devil's advocate.
Come on.
I think Prince is a better performer.
AB,
Michael Jackson.
better performer.
Who
You already
got?
know who I'm gonna say. Who?
Oh,
Michael Jackson.
Damn fucking right.
I
love Prince.
I
No,
think-
nothing against Prince.
I think Prince is the better whole artist because he can play instruments, and he don't gotta
Yes.
do a bunch of extra stuff. He
right.
just-
When it comes
just
to
work.
performance, it's kind of like what you want for your performing experience.
Okay,
Like what? Like
elaborate.
because I think you saying it's. I mean, it's always gonna be an individual experience. Like
Why do you think he left behind so much when you ask all these male R&B artists who was you inspired by? Michael Jackson. Why
Because
they be
Michael
acting like they
Jackson-
forgot about
because
Prince?
he had the machine. He had the bigger machine.
And he was a kid star. He was a kid star.
Yeah,
too.
he was. I mean, Michael Jackson was branded, pumped into our veins. That's why.
But I'm the fan. I'm jumping in. Look, Michael. I love Prince. I can't take nothing away from Prince. But when if I see a few Prince performances, sometimes he do things that's like, you get what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
He just do things that be like,
Get canceled.
I ain't getting canceled for this. He
Yeah.
do things that's not uncomfortable. No, I wasn't even going there. I wasn't.
you take it forever.
I wasn't
don't know
going
what
there.
you're talking about.
He do things that's kind of comical sometimes or fun. For example, did you see when he came on stage with James Brown and Michael was performing too? Did you see that one?
Oh, Petty.
He came, Michael Jackson calls him on stage. James Brown calls Michael's on stage. And Michael's like, Prince, come up. No, Prince. And Prince comes up. He swing on the light pole. The whole light pole falls on the stage. And you think he was like, and just walked up. That shit was funny to me. It's funny.
He picked the savage thing. You know that happened?
No, I ain't never seen it.
We gonna play this shit.
Oh, Rock, you think I'm joking? I love Prince for that. The comical. He was just comical and super talented. Michael Jackson, I ain't nobody laughing with Michael on stage. Ain't nobody saying, "Oh man, he's funny." Yeah. For when performing wise, it's like
No, I agree with you. I think Michael Jackson is a great performer, but I guess for me, it just goes into like the artistry of it.
Yeah,
So I'm looking from a different lens as well. So, but no, I agree. They both are great. That's why I don't want to even play this game.
she was like, "Yeah, trying to
So,
cancel me."
your let me see here. Because
How
I
you
wanted to.
feeling?
I
You
wanted
good
to
though?
I'm great.
Jakita B.
Shakita.
Chuckita B. She's a rapper. Okay, so I want to talk about some of your artists.
Okay.
Put together how you would like to see the total package of a female rapper. You know what I mean? What would they need? Marketing them.
A great outcome.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but my answer, I don't know if I want to say it because I just like to I'm one of those.
It's like, I'll
that
keep it to
hold-
myself. You
Yeah.
see when it's ready,
You
when
see
it's
when it
done.
happens.
Okay, let's do it like this because I just want the question to be answered. Don't got to be about your artist or what you got coming up. But okay, so I'll give you like a Cardi B, a Nicki Minaj, and then whatever. What's another female rapper? Lotto.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of them have that whole package where you see that's why it works, or they just got one thing, or is there something they do better than the other, or is there what could you tell female rappers to consistently think about when they in there doing all the hard work in the studio?
Mm-hmm.
That's the easy part for them because it's what they do well.
That's what they do.
But when you get out there and you're trying to be a part of the scene,
Mhm.
can you elaborate on what things they should be thinking about and focus on and practicing?
So definitely Nicki Minaj.
We say the same thing.
It's the business. You know what I'm saying? Like she very much obviously has her business together.
Mm-hmm.
She had a very long reign, was able to take what you would call a break, you know what I'm saying, and kind of come back or not come back if she chose to. I feel like Cardi got in there and hit it big. I feel like Cardi hit a lick, you know what I'm saying, and has taken a break. And now you can kind of see her coming back because I think she has to, you know what I'm saying, where I feel like Nicki figured out the business part of it. And she also has like the better talent. So it kind of sustains her reign. You know what I'm saying? Like
I can admit that I always have. Nick, ain't nobody
Yeah,
fucking with her.
she can rap like 5 different ways. I don't even know why we have this conversation, bro.
You know how many
Rap.
people say no?
Yeah,
not-
they-
Because people have to be contrarians. Like she writes her own shit. Even if she done had stuff written for her, she still writes a great deal of it. Like I said, she can rap 5 different ways.
Why the hell is that? Why do you think that is so frowned upon in rap but not in R&B? Like, oh, you didn't write this?
Because your gift is your voice, like your
Why
tones,
is it
like
demonized in rap that somebody wrote something for you?
because I feel like you can learn to rap.
Mm-mm.
Maybe that. Maybe
People have learned to rap. Cardi learned to rap.
And the words you speaking about in your rap, people are saying you did this, you live this, like this is what you about.
Oh, okay.
When it's singing, it's more like I'm telling a story. It might not be my story. I might be singing about somebody else's experience, for the most part. And I think that's why people like Tupac and other artists were so grand, because they were able to rap about other people's experiences. They weren't just about I'm out here doing da 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 da. They would say Brenda got a baby and talking about what she going
There's
through.
a lot of people
get what I mean?
rapping. That don't mean they can rap.
Well, that obviously.
It's like, I look at it like this. I'll use an example like this. I'd rather hear a certain rapper say the same shit to me than another rapper. That's because the delivery, they can rap.
The
And
delivery
that
is
it
everything,
takes
too.
that emotion and delivery. That's just not easy. That's
Right.
just hard. That take practice to be able to go in there and do that.
Yeah.
And then to write a fucking rap song,
Mhm.
that's just very difficult too.
I mean,
And-
to write
and
a
not to be
hit.
talking about the same
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, for real.
Not to be talking about the same shit. I don't.
Yeah.
I think you could try to rap. That don't mean you can.
Right.
Like, don't be coming for rap like that.
Well, I do think I think it is easier for you to learn to rap than it is for you to
Oh, of
learn to
course. Yeah,
sing.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think that's where the difference.
I mean, hey, this Melodyne auto-tune and stuff. You got people singing. I'm like, "Nigga, don't
Yeah, they
sound
took
like
that
that."
away.
And then it's the same thing.
They
Like
took
you,
that away.
yeah, like you
I
said,
don't
like
like
some
that.
people
Yeah,
are
no.
rapping. That don't mean they can rap. Some people are singing. They can't really sing.
Yeah. Do you think Giveon can sing?
I don't like his voice.
She's a real one. In
Yeah.
here.
Did you bring that up because you saw that thing on stage?
Yeah. His mic messed up while he was performing.
Oh, I think I
live.
heard
And he
that.
started fumbling with his
I was like,
headphones.
oh.
Yeah.
I
You
just
live in-
not
you
my
live in
preference.
Illinois?
But I got a homeboy that can sing and he loves Giveon. I'm like, I just don't see it. That's why I kind of just be
It's
quiet
the
on my
notes.
tape.
I think the notes people choose, and
Okay.
the way they deliver it, like, oh, you went low, or that was cool. But can you
Right.
sing? You got a voice now.
Yeah. So basically, they need to focus on business.
That's what attracts
When
you
you're
about
not
artists.
practicing your craft, respect the whole process.
Well, what attracts me about artists, other than the obvious, the gift,
talent,
the talent, diligence, like being consistent, sticking to it. Because if you're a hard worker, we can figure this thing out. You know what I'm saying? But if if it's like every other month there's something going on and you defeat it over another, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
especially dealing with women, you know what I'm saying? We are very emotional. And I mean, I've had situations like, yeah, this is like my first like big break in this thing that I've been doing for umpteen years, but I've had TV shows I did with women. I've had branding companies I've had with women. I've had promotional groups, like 4 different things I could show you, like branding from it, like different women in each of these groups. And I mean, I've heard some of the craziest excuses. And the thing is, I've been fortunate enough to not have to deal with like, oh, my dude did this and da 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 da. So like I haven't always had the most grace for those situations, because I'm like, girl, we still got to meet and do this. You know what I'm saying? And I always get the feedback, well, not everybody has found the one. You know, all the things. And so over the time, I've grown to be more softer in those situations, because I know like people are going through
Not
things.
everybody built for that.
But at the end of the day, everybody not built for it. And we have a mission we have to get after. Like, if you bring people into your life that's stopping you from being great, you need to kick them out.
How
Talk to
difficult-
'em.
Don't you feel like that's one of the biggest things people have a struggle with doing?
Because
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
people don't want to be lonely.
Why do you feel like why do people stick closer to abuse longer than
Yeah.
what's
They don't
good
want to
for
be
them?
lonely.
But they'll leave something good quicker.
Yeah, but exactly.
Toxic. People just fucked up. Like they grew up with some fucked up shit, so that's their abusers, the Stockholm
It's
syndrome,
familiarity,
all
like,
the
okay,
yeah.
this-
It's like some people don't know what love is, and they think that's attention. They confuse attention with love. So even if it's negative attention, and then you know what I'm saying, you separate from this person, now you ain't got nobody.
Yeah.
Now you just back in the dating pool with people ignoring your texts. So
Dang. Okay.
I just appreciate you being open and just being able to grace us with the things you've done. But like with your mission with Superwoman Records, I think you got a great head on your shoulders, and I think a lot of people need to hear this viewpoint, because the narrative is not that, and I think people get lost in it.
Is there anywhere where they could check you out soon coming up where you'll be performing?
me performing,
And
Yeah. So we're about to launch everything off January 1st. So we'll open up voting. So the cohort is we're about to do this all over again. Voting will open in January. We'll go through February. We're working on an event in February with Antones, but March will be our South by Southwest event. And then from March to September, we'll have events, and that'll be our cohort.
For people to start voting, keeping up with you all, making sure they stay in touch, they need to go to
Superwoman Record.
Superwoman Records, everything.
Spell it all out. Superwoman Record.
All right, Instagram handle.
Superwoman Record.
Your Instagram
And then my
handle?
personal is the THE Cat Carter.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, do you feel like, have you ever done business on Instagram?
Business?
Yeah, like have somebody DM'd you and it ended up